Hi there, welcome to Frenchie's video. Well, last week I showed on my blog my little owl for graduation favor for my daughter, and many asked how I made the owl for a little favor to top the bag. So I'm going to show you how I did the owl. It's very simple. The only thing really, you're going to need a lot of punch. And right now, if you go on my blog at FrenchieStamps.com, you can punch the clearance rack, and it is a bunch of the punch that I'm using on the clearance rack. On the clearance rack, it is the one with the black handle, the old style punch. So the difference between the two, this is the new style, you know, the flat one that you can log in. And the old style, it's the one with the black handle, and these are the one on the clearance rack. I didn't switch mine. I like the way the one with the handle worked, but when they broke down, I'm going to have to go with the new style. So if you would like to save quite a bit of money on the punch that you need, you can check if we got it at the clearance rack. Okay, let's get started. First, what you're going to need, it's a piece of cardstock that you're going to cut out with the top note on black. So you're going to pass that in the big shot, fold it in two. I pre-done that, and really it's because I started another video and my battery went out. So fold it in two, and you want it to fold it like the long way in two. You don't want the width. You want as tall as you can get. And then I'm going to show you all the punch that we're going to be using. So we're going to have the 3/4 circle, the 1 inch, the 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/8, the scallop punch, and then the 5-petal punch. That's all the punch we're going to need. But first, let's get started with the hat. And I want to do this tassel. I'm going to show you how to do a tassel with a paper today. What you're going to need, it's a piece of 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I think that's what it is. Yes, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Put that on your poker mat, and then you're going to punch out with the 3/4 inch. I'm using Marina Miss because that was her color for school. The Marina Miss in black, that's the high school, the East High School here. I'm going to put that about in the center, and like you see, I'm not too good in the center. Oh, I have to do I told you we're going to do a fake tassel. We're going to take about 3-inch long. So I'm just going to cut that here, not even straight. And then I'm going to cut little sliver. See? And then I'm going to cut this a little bit diagonal to make it easy. Oh, that's perfect length. Whew, get a tough time here. Now I will have to use the snail though. What I'm going to do, just put a little bit of snail in the center. Put your little tassel, put it sideways like this. Then take your circle and put that in the center. And remember, this was 3/4 circle. Then just poke a hole here in the center, and let's put a brad. And if you get the tassel, we made the tassel, and that was a job just by itself to do the tassel. And I had a bunch of ladies here to help me to do all those favors. If not, I would be still at it with all the little extra we did. Okay, the hat, it's done. That's simple as that. Now let's build our owl. First, you're going to punch two. I pre-punched them. The scallop punch, and again, this is Marina Miss. Put snail in the back of this, and put that about here. Maybe I'm going to have to move it a bit. They're going to overlap a bit, but not that much. Here, that's about right. Okay, the one that I did over here, that the little beak there, whatever you call it, I did it in So Saffron, and today I wanted to try it in pumpkin pie. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of this. That's the 5-petal punch, and I just need one of the petal. Again, snail. And the snail, don't be afraid to put some, because you don't want it to come apart. And then I'm going to put that right in the center. I could have glued this first, but for some reason, I don't know how eye to go, so I like to put the eyes first. Here we go. Now the next step, it's going to be in the black, and it's going to be 1 3/8. So 2 circles and 1 3/8. Snail. And you could always build your eyes first, you know, and then put it up. I like to start just building it. After that, you're going to need the white, and the white, it's 1 1/4. The dimension, it's the circle, it's 1 1/4. And you see, I always go inside a bit. For some reason, I like to put it cross-side. I always did like to put those little eyes on the creature cross-side. Then for the center of the eyes, I'm using Marina Mist. Not Marina Mist, I'm sorry. Marina Mist is the scallop. This is Bashful Blue for the smaller piece. I want to give a different color there. So I'm using Bashful Blue. See, now we start seeing that shape of eyes. And then the last one, it is the, that's not 1 inch. I'm sorry, the blue, it's 1 inch. The white was 1 1/4, and then the blue, it's 1 inch. I'm gonna try to put it better on the screen there. It's 1 inch, the Bashful Blue, and then the black on top, it is 3/4 inch. Here we go. And then with the gel pen, I won't do that till the end. Then take your hat, and on your hat, we're going to put it, maybe we should try to just keep the tassel at the end so it's not too much in his face. I'm going to have to make sure to add a glue dot under, because you want it more eye. The snail in the back, we're just going to put about, you know, not even half, about 1/4 in the bottom there. Really, I can even go more. So half of it would be about right, but you don't want to go too high neither. Here we go. And I tried to put that with this beak, point that out there. Now you're going to take your gel pen, and I just add my lines there. Voila, this is it. And I'm going to put my bag there. The only thing that I'm going to do is open this. I'm going to put my snail here. And to make sure my bag don't open, I'm going to put just a little dab of snail there. Just to make sure it don't, you know, want to push, because if not, this is going to be adhesive there, and the bag going to open. So you want to make sure it stay closed. Now I'm going to put that right on top. And those bags are the Stampin' Up! Cello bag, and it's the small size, 3x5. Voila, simple as this. So again, I'm going to go with you with the dimension. This is the scallop punch, 1 3/8 in the black, 1 1/4 in the white, 1 inch in the Bashful Blue, and 3/4 inch in the black again. That is it. Hope you learned something new. Till next time, happy stamping.